Okay. Sometimes I throw some curveballs at you. This one is a knuckle pull. I am buying a sailboat. One of my dreams is to learn how to sail. But learning how to sail is difficult. It's even harder than learning how to fly fish. Fly fish, is kind of easy compared to sailboats. You just buy a fly rod and you just watch some videos and you just go out there and put the fly in the water. Now catching a fish, that's a completely different thing. That's a little bit harder, but it's not as hard as learning how to sail, because the sailing thing is kind of about opportunity. I finally figured it out. Trailer sailor, that's what you need, and a lake, and I have a lake, big, huge. It's a huge lake, man-made lake, about an hour from me, and they even have a sailing club and stuff. So I've figured out how to do it. So now I just need to buy the sailboat, and I am buying a Catalina 22, which is the safe one. It's the safe boat, but it's a safe boat. But this one is darn near free. So that's the one hurdle that we have left here is and it's 5 a.m. and I'm about to go pick it up, leaving them in a couple of minutes. Let me tell you something. When things are almost free or free, they are never handed to you on a silver platter. This is a good life lesson. If you're young and you think you're going to get something for free, it is never on a silver platter. It might be free or almost free, but it will not be just, oh, here is this beautiful object for free. No. This one is so far away from on a silver. This is dropped on the floor and stepped on. There's hair all over it. This is bad news, and it's all this guy's fault. The boat is a savable boat. The boat is savable. I mean, it's just a 22-foot sailboat. It's not complicated, but this guy has made it very, very complicated. I was supposed to go there on Friday to pick it up. I get there, it's on blocks. It's just, I asked the guy, the one thing I asked the guy was, hey, the trailer's good. The boat is strapped down. The lights work. He says, boat's got a strap, lights work. Just like that, short. Like, hey, you know what I mean? I know what I'm doing. Don't be doubting my skills over here. I get there, there's no strap, and guess what? The lights don't work. And it's just like we were there for an hour and a half getting this thing ready because it wasn't ready. It was up. I had to jack it up, get blocks out of it, get it sitting on the trailer, put the straps on it. Right? There's no safety chain for the winch. Right? It's just winched on with a old rope that's just knotted onto the eyelet. There's no carabiner like hooked up. It's just absolutely horrible. It's dark, right? 8:15. I'm like, we try to get the thing onto the hitch. It doesn't work. We work for another half an hour trying to get the thing onto the hitch. Turns out the guy's like, oh, you know what? It takes an 1 7/8 ball, not a 2-inch ball. Come on, buddy. You know what I mean? You got to get your act together here. You got to get your act together. So I'm like, listen, it's 8:15. I'm like, I can't take this thing in the dark. It's just so unsafe. There's the safety chains that hook up to the vehicle, right? There's supposed to be 2. You crisscross them, so if it pops up the ball. Didn't have that. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't drive 2 hours with this thing in the dark. I'll come back Sunday morning. I'm getting ready to leave. I'm dead tired. I'm up since 4:30 in the morning. I worked. I drove 2 hours to this guy's freaking shack in the woods, and I would work for 2 hours. I can't take the boat. And he's already got my money, of course, right? And so I'm ready to leave. And he goes, you know what? Before you leave, why don't you back up and let's test these lights? And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Test the lights? What are you saying right now? Right? And he's like, yeah, let's just test them out. I'm like, okay. And I had noticed that the light wires were brand new. Everything was brand new. I'm like, all right. So I back it up, we plug it in. Guess what? They don't work. I'm like, come on, bro. I'm like, what are we doing here? So then I'm ready. I'm like, all right, fine. Okay. So I could never have taken it on Friday anyway, because the lights didn't work. So I'm like, all right. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's all set up, right? I'm like, listen, I'm going to come back Sunday. Tomorrow, meeting Saturday, work on these lights, get them working. I messaged him yesterday, and I was like, hey, 7 a.m., I'm going to be there sharp. And he messaged me back like an hour later, and he's like, I've been at my girlfriend's house all day, so I haven't had a chance to work on the lights. It's like, Like, and I'm not a moron because I got about I was with this guy for 2 hours and I got 6 stories that will blow you away. 2 hours and I got 6 stories that will blow you away. So I'm not stupid, all right? I bought magnetic temporary lights. I'm not a moron. I got a whole bunch, I got chain, I got straps, I got so much stuff ready to go. We'll get to those stories, probably some of them at least in this video. All right, I gotta get out of here. My alarm just went off. We need to start driving. All right, sorry it's a little bit dark still, but you know, it's early. We're very close. We're only maybe 5-10 minutes away. And half of me thinks this guy's not even gonna be there. That's what I believe. So we'll see what happens. All right. See you. What did I say? I didn't think he was going to be here. He's not here. You believe this? You believe this guy? He's either embarrassed or he doesn't care. Look at this. Do you believe this? One thing I didn't bring was a pump. Never in my life have I dealt with a person like this. This is just unbelievable. All right, went into this knucklehead's garage and we got a pump here. So now we just need an extension cord. Man, I tell you, this is unreal. We got an extension cord here. Is it long enough? It's through a window. Does not seem like it. Does not seem like it. What's in here? Oh. Got a bucket full of water with this guy. Even if I pull, what is this? Let's look at this. All right. We got something here. This guy just has extension cords just laying everywhere around his house. This is unbelievable. Let's see here. Unbelievable. What are the chances of that? Still pretty low. Still pretty low. This thing said it was at 50. My ass, it was 50. Should be good enough. If not, we'll stop at a gas station. All right. So you can see this hitch. This thing's got to go down for it to work. It wouldn't go down before. It's in now. We got a pin. That's just got to be hidden. Okay, we're in there. That's locked in. This has got to go in because this is the tongue. Oh, all right, we have to go through. So we just need some sort of pin to put in there. Yeah, we'll use that. All right, so safety chain here is obviously is a single chain with no hook. So I think that I bought some new chains, but I mean, obviously they need to be welded, I assume. Unless, yeah, they need to be welded. This loop doesn't have anything on there. Unless I do something where I connect them together. Let me look into this. Okay, got a new safety chain on, and it's hooked to the old chain with a carabiner. Then we got their safety chain, it goes to here, and then we have the old chain with a carabiner back around that's welded to the frame. This is not an ideal scenario. This actually probably, I don't know why this is over. Let's put this thing the other way underneath and that'll be better. Okay, we got lights. We're just gonna have to zip tie that stuff up so it's out of the way. Not exactly sure how, but I'll figure it out. Okay, the last thing I want to do before I run through a checklist is put a rope on this thing. I have some 1/2 inch, I think, or something, and I'll just put it through here and make a nice knot as just a safety measure because I don't have a chain. So, and then we'll double check our ratchet strap here, which I think is good. I think we gotta put a zip tie around this piece of foam, but it's tight. And this whole mess, this will make it. I put this on so that it can't go forward if you step on the brake. Obviously it's got to pull this whole piece off. So I think is this loose? Okay. All right, this will have to get zipped up too. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, quickly, because I want to get out of here. I got my 2 safety straps. This thing is pinned. I got my temporary lights. I put another ratchet strap here, got the foam. The tail is zip tied up. Make sure I put that ratchet strap behind here so it doesn't slide. I got all the halyards. Those are zip tied up. I'm sorry, these are not halyards. This is for the mast. And I got my tent plates here, zip tied. I got another ratchet strap here, foam, tight, on this side of the winches so that it doesn't slide and loosen up. We're all right, I think. Moves around like crazy, but we're gonna take it slow. It's a 2-hour drive, so probably 3 hours. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Look at what we're dealing with. Look at this. One can only assume here that this guy's a meth head. And that's why he's not here, because he got some cash. He went to his girlfriend's, and they are on a massive bender. But we're going to save this thing. All right, tow haul mode. Let's get the AC going because I'm sweating my ass off. 22 feet with a trailer. It's got to be 26 feet, I'm thinking. Past the ram. Pretty rough going up this thing. So I assume if it doesn't fall off now, it probably would be all right. All right, we made a turn onto a main road here. It's pulling fine, obviously. I mean, the ram tows 17,000. So clearly it's nothing. I don't even feel it back there. And I don't hear any crazy noises. So that's good. Even if a bearing is screwed up, I should make it 2 hours. I don't see why that would be a problem. It's less than 100 miles. It's only 2 hours because there's no highway, 0 highway. And so we're all right. I do wish I had the Yukon pulling this, only because of there's a lot more, you can see a lot more, and you can only see like out this little thing. I mean, it's Sunday at 9 o'clock, so I'm hoping for church, but that's just nobody on the road and no cops. So because you look at this thing, it's like, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, look, it's got a plate on it, obviously, but it's a rusty trailer and it's a sailboat with a mast hanging off the top. I mean, how often do you see a sailboat on a trailer? Never. You don't see a sailboat on a trailer. So this is kind of an oddity, and that's not good. Okay, see you. We just passed our first cop. He didn't turn around. I don't know if that means we're 0 for 1 or 1 for 1. I'll say 1 for 1 because 1 for 1 seems good. We're going over a bridge. This is don't know what they call this, the Rhinebeck Bridge maybe or something. This is over the Hudson. If you've never seen the Hudson before, the Hudson is freaking huge up here. It's massive. This is way above the Tappan Zee. Well, I mean, it's the Mario Cuomo, I guess now. The Mario Cuomo was actually north of the Tappan Zee, because the Tappan Zee was, a lot of people probably know this, but the Tappan Zee was built just over the border where the city, Manhattan, wouldn't get the taxes, wouldn't get the toll money. So it built just outside of Port Authority's, like, you know, whatever, zone or whatever. So they couldn't build it lower, they couldn't build it downstream of the Tappan Zee. They had to build it upstream, the new bridge. And this is way, way above that. So, let me show you. Look at that. That's freaking massive. This is a river. So, all right, let me pay attention. We're about halfway through. We're in my county. There's a Tractor Supply coming up over here with a Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm gonna pull into that parking lot, double check everything, make sure everything's tight. We've hit this road is just, you can just hear it. We've hit a lot of big bumps, and the thing hasn't gone anywhere. So, as of this moment, we seem all right. All right, I'll see you at Tractor Supply. Maybe you can see it, I don't know, I guess I'll zoom in, but that strap is moving right there. It's just moving a little bit. Let's see, right in there, you see it? Let me pull over, I gotta double check that. All right, chains are still hooked up. This is still tight. We're misaligned here even more. But it is what it is. We'll have to put we're gonna put a new crank on this thing. That's what we'll do. We'll get rid of that winch. This tire is not the tire. This is loose. See this? That's too loose. Let's see. It's just too loose. Probably what's happening is that these are stretching. That's the tire, and it's looking okay. Let's double check this strap. A little loose, but not terrible. Alright, gave it one little crank. Okay, got my coffee. Should not be drinking 2 cups a day, but I'll only take a few sips. Had my donut. We are 35 minutes away from home. This guy's just gonna cut me off while I'm towing a sailboat. That's just really great. And, oh, we got a green light. 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 We're going for it. We're going for it. Not smart, but we're going for it. We're going for it. We're there. Okay. All right. I will. So, okay. I guess I should tell you. I might as well tell you a few stories here. The first one is that when I saw this thing, this thing is up on blocks, basically, right? So we had to jack it up to get the blocks out and get it up onto the trailer. And the guy tells me he bought it a year ago. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, bought it a year ago. And I don't know, I guess 10, 15 minutes later, we've been working, and, you know, I didn't really know too much about this guy just yet. And I was like, where'd you get it from? He's like, well, it was in Huntington. I'm like, Huntington, Long Island. So I grew up near there. I grew up in Smithtown, so it's really very close, right? 20, 30 minutes away. And I was like, oh man. I was like, and then I'm saying to myself, okay, well, I mean, he bought it a year ago from Huntington. Trailer made it. It's way farther than I need to go. He had to go through the city. He had to go over, big bridges, Frog's Neck, Windy, through a whole bunch of tolls, a lot of police. I mean, the trailer's fine then. I wasn't really worried after that. And then, I don't know, I guess half an hour later, we were talking about the trailer again, and I said, I was like, well, this thing came from Huntington, we should be good. He's like, well, at some point it did. I'm like, what do you mean at some point? He's like, well, you know what I mean, at some point. I'm not sure when it came from, Huntington. I was like, I thought you said you got it from Huntington. He's like, no, I got it from my friend like 5 minutes down the road. I'm like, what are you saying right now? What's happening? I'm like, what? I'm like, you just told me you got it from Huntington. You know what I mean? And he's like, oh, no, I had it. There's a thing over here, a sticker that says in 2009 it was in Huntington. I'm like, okay, buddy, all right. I started to see what was going on now, right? And then he tells me, it's another thing he says. He starts bragging about how he's got this Teihatsu, right? It's a 6 horsepower. He said he bought another Teihatsu 6. I think that's how you say it. It's kind of a well-known outboard motor. There's like a Honda's, there's Mercury's, a Teihatsu, and then there's a few more. But he said he bought another one and he combined the two to make a fully working motor. And he's bragging about this. He's like, oh, so I was really happy about it. I was like, oh, because in the listing he said that the motor runs but doesn't go into gear. So I was like, okay. And then he tells me this, and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling great. I'm like, this dude, he fixed the motor. He just didn't he didn't update the listing. That happens sometimes. I was like, oh, you fixed the motor. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, that one doesn't go into gear, but I'm like, wait, what? And I thought he meant that he fixed the other one. And I'm like, give me the other one, right? But then I'm like, wait a sec, so you fixed the other one? He's like, no, I just used that for parts. I'm like, well, you just said you had a fully working motor. He's like, well, I mean, it runs, but this one just doesn't go into gear. I'm like, bro, you're pissing me off now. He got me excited that she bought the trailer a year ago from Huntington. I made that trip. I thought that was amazing. And now it turns out he drove 5 minutes away. Then he tells me he fixes the motor and we got a fully working motor. And I was so surprised at that. I was like, awesome. You know what I mean? This is great. This is turning out good. Then, no. We still got a motor that doesn't go into gear. And he's telling me he's bragging that he's got a fully working motor. Meanwhile, the motor doesn't go into gear. You do not have a fully working motor if the motor doesn't go into gear. So now, I mean, you saw the tire was flat there. Well, on Friday, this is what he tells me. He tells me that he put tire inflate in it, right? Like a can, you spray that foam stuff in there. And he said, and I got it pumped up all real nice. And I'm like, all right. But it didn't occur to me. My brain didn't, there was so much, just so much nonsense. You know what I mean? So much nonsense. Just contaminated my brain, and it didn't occur to me that I was going to arrive today and the tire was going to be flat. It never really occurred to me that was going to happen, and I should have realized that. And I even looked at a jump pack. I was like, I had a jump pack, a portable jump pack, air compressor, and I said, well, I don't need that. There's no reason to. I needed it. Fortunately, I got lucky. And this meth head didn't sell he'll probably sell it as soon as this thing's gone. He'll sell that and the extension cord. So he didn't have the boat covered, right? So the entire freaking galley is full of water. He says he's got the bilge pump working, but he did something smart. He took all the cushions out, right? Because he didn't want them to get soaked. And I was like, oh, all right. You know what I mean? He's like, I took all the cushions out so they didn't get wet. I'm like, this is awesome. He's got the cushions, because I looked in there, I didn't see anything. So we walk over to his house. It was like a side part of the house. We step in this door and I was like, just musty and just moldy and just contaminated smell. And I was like, oh, Jesus. And then he's like, all right, we got one cushion here. It's kind of mouse eaten. I'm like, bro. I'm like holding it in my hand, and I'm like, why am I holding this? And then he's like, I got some cushions over there, but the cat really likes them. I look over there, and there's this mean cat and laying on top of the cushions. I'm like, I just dropped the cushion, and I was like, you know what? You hold on to these cushions. I'll get some cushions from Amazon. Everything's fine. But he had the wood, and which is not teak or anything. It's just plywood. I guess it's marine plywood or something like that. I'm not sure. Needs a sanding, but it's there. It's not rotted. That's good. So I took all that, and we'll just need to sand it and bleach it and Jesus, I don't even know. Just maybe hit it with some fire a little bit. I was only there for 2 hours. 2 hours. Guy did not have his man. He didn't have his shit together. This guy, he was just a basket case of just terribleness.
Yeah, what's that?
What do you mean, what's that?
Hello, and I like it big. And Mom, you want to come see? Here it is.
Over there. What do you mean there it is?
What is that?
What do you think it is?
The sailboat.
That is a sailboat.
Can we go in the sailboat?
Well, I think we should go and check it out. All right, we're back, and I am just noticing something. This you can see the keel is off. I think the boat is crooked, but I also think the keel is off here. There's a scupper here. Oh, that's for the bilge. And back in these old ones, these 83s, or whatever, pre-85, yeah, that's the drainage hole right there. You can see in the corner that usually gets jammed up with a bunch of garbage. So we'll have to make sure that thing is clear and try and run the bilge at some point, but it's not going to rain for a while. We'll have time to just come up here and empty this thing out of water because this thing's full of water. All right, I'm in here now. See if I can get some of this water out. I see that he's got a pump here, and it's plumbed into a freaking extension cord, which is insane. So, and I followed it back to this switch right here. All right, so it's moving some water. It's got to be really submerged. Okay, I got this a little bit better here. And it's pumping out some decent water. I got it going right onto the deck. And provided I don't have any leaks in any of these connections, it should just eventually just run off. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I think. I think it'll eventually just run off. So let this go for a half an hour and I'll come back. Hopefully it's still running. All right. Okay, McAllister and I emptied this boat. It's all drained out now. I mean, there's a little bit of water. 95% of the water's out of there. And we're gonna put this thing into the shop now. I actually really am gonna be asking for my son's help here. He's 3.5. He's actually gonna tell me if I'm all right getting into the shop, because I wouldn't say it's a super tight fit, but it's a semi-tight fit. I got a 10-foot wide door, 9-foot high. So it's probably about 8 feet wide and 7 feet high. So it's not terrible, but it's long too. And I've moved a whole bunch of junk to the back here. We're gonna pull it in this side. Then we're gonna put it on car dollies, and we're gonna move it to this side because there's no way for me to back it into this side. I got a tree there, it just doesn't work out. You ready, pal?
Yeah.
All right, you think you need your binoculars?
Yeah.
Think so, huh? Yeah, that's gonna be difficult for us to gauge how close the trailer is from hitting things. If you look at that, the trailer is gonna look like it's up your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why don't we take the binoculars? We'll put it on the workbench over there.
Why?
Well, because you don't need the binoculars.
But
You're gonna ride with me in the car first, the truck, and then when we get close, you're gonna jump out. So you put those over there next to the vise, next to that red vise. That's a perfect spot for it, buddy. Great job. All right, let's do this. What are you worried about? I've got a whole bunch of these big blocks from the job site. It's there, but I think we're gonna miss it. Oh, and this wheelbarrow right, yeah, right, wheelbarrow, right, that's right, buddy. We got this one here. All right, we should be okay. Now, come over here. I don't want you to move from this spot because I'm not gonna be able to see you, all right? Come over here. Come over here. Now, what we're gonna do is stay right here. Don't move from this spot. I'm gonna back the boat up, okay? And when it gets close, you see the boat? When it gets close to here, like right around here, you yell,
Stop.
stop, and you scream it. Let me hear it.
Stop.
You can go yell, you can go louder than that. Let me hear it.
Stop.
That's good. Okay, buddy, good job. Stay right there, don't move, because I'm not gonna be able to see you. All right, give me 5. This is an important job. Bam, you stay right there, and you're gonna yell,
Stop. Yeah. Yeah, you can hit something. You can hit something. Yeah, you can hit something. What? Yeah. Okay, stop. Okay.
oh, you're right. You're right, we were gonna hit this. That's fine though, buddy, that's perfect. I think you did a great job here. Because the boat's in the garage. Wow, that's a little bit bigger than I thought, but we'll be all right. So we can drop the boat here. We'll put it on car dollies. We'll jack it up, we'll put it on car dollies, and we'll slide it to this side.
Can I come in a big truck with?
Well, we're gonna turn the big truck off and we're gonna take the boat off the trailer. Not we're not taking the boat off the trailer just yet. That'll happen, but not in this video. We're gonna take the trailer off the truck. All right, let me turn the truck off. Listen, you did a good job. But you were right, buddy. We were gonna hit that, and that's why you didn't say, well, okay, all right, give me 5. We almost hit the table, right?
Yeah, now can I move?
Yeah, good job, buddy. Yes.
Can we grab this box?
We're gonna drop this boat right here. Yeah.
I froze under the sailboat.
What happened?
I froze under the sailboat.
What'd you throw?
No, I froze in it.
Oh yeah, oh, you crawled underneath it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this wheel. See this thing right over here? Turn this, if we can. Can we? Oh. So this thing. Hold on. Yeah, maybe, okay, you're right. Let's get a punch and a hammer. You got a hammer?
I do.
All right, let me see that hammer.
I got a red one in my toolbox.
All right, let me see that red one. That's a good idea. Perfect. Thank you, pal. Yeah, stand over here or over here so the camera sees it. Whoa!
Yeah!
All right, put your hammer back. See this, buddy? What's this? See this? It's called a punch.
Can I try?
Give that one whack right there. Give it one whack.
Can I try that punching?
The punch, no, I'm putting it back.
What?
We're gonna take this boat off. Here, give it one whack. Right here. That's perfect. You know what? Hit it right here a couple times too. That's perfect. All right, you can put it back now. Good job.
And then down oh my God.
All right, let's disconnect the safety chains. So these right here, buddy, are safety chains.
Whoa.
Yeah, we don't want to mess with this. See this right here?
Yeah, that's a spider web.
Oh, that's a spider web.
Yeah.
We got one safety chain off. This is big, buddy. We're taking the safety chains off. Yeah, stand over here. We always got to be thinking about the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody's going to want to watch you. That cough.
What?
That cough.
Yeah.
So we're just going to keep on cranking this. Look here. Doesn't want to do anything here.
This dry.
Boom, we got it. We got it. We got it. It released. So you see now it's released? Look, see the ball? See that ball right there?
Yeah.
Now if we crank it up, look at that. See? And we are disconnected. You want to watch that tire right there. See that tire's lifting up?
Yeah.
Is it off the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. You see that red dolly right there? On the ground with the wheels?
Yeah.
Roll that over here. Don't try and pick it up. It's very heavy. Oh, perfect, pal. That's how you do it. Roll it on over here. Roll it on over here. Okay. Now, see what we're going to do is we're going to try and get it underneath the tire. So stand up over there. Go over there. Okay. You're going to be helping me, all right? Okay, see if you can push that dolly underneath the tire. Okay, hold on. Let me jack it up some more. Back up. Okay, give it another shot. Okay, wait, stop right there. Stop right there. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, now, go over by the door, okay? Because I'm going to let this down. It's going to be loud.
Okay.
All right, just watch. We're going to turn this, and it's going to lower the jack, and this tire is going to lower onto the dolly. And this will allow us, once we do it again on the other side, we can then push the boat by hand all the way to the other side. You ready? Here we go. There it is. We got one done. We did it, buddy. Give me 5.
We fixed it up.
Well, we did not fix the boat. This thing. Oh, whoa! That hurt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Don't do that. Oh, you gotta go. Don't stop. Don't stop believing. Gotta get it going. Oh yeah, baby. Look at this. Like nothing. Get out of here, you wasp.
Hey, you still got it!
Yeah. You ever seen somebody push a sailboat before, pal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. So we need it past the drain. Okay. We got it. There it is. That's fine. I mean, as long as we got it past the drain, we're okay. Okay, we got this thing in place, and I'm pretty happy. This getting it in. This is I feel like I'm set up now. Obviously, we have a ton of work to do, but I feel pretty good. I was looking this over, and it's not terrible, this thing. It really isn't terrible. I feel like there's more work that's got to go in the trailer to make it look good than the boat. There are rough areas, and I don't know, you can take a look right here. Like that's pretty rough, but like below that you can see color. So I don't really know. I don't know. I mean, this could just be scum buildup over time, but this is real rough, and obviously the keel is pretty rusty, but that's not really a big deal. It's just it's a cast iron. I mean, nothing's really going to happen to it. So the next video you see on this, I don't know if my next video will be this. I doubt it. It'll probably be, because I got to start work on another project, which is the Yukon, and we're going to be doing a lot of work on that. Yukon and this thing. Whoa, sorry. Okay, everyone. I'll catch you later. See ya.